Initially, when I came up with the idea for this video and what I was doing here, it was going to be about the fact that with hard work, a lot of planning, and honestly just good vibes, you can get through a lot of good situations when it comes to traveling. I have a wedding to attend in Greece. I'm going to that this week. American Airlines has canceled my flight 3 times. I am at LAX airport. Not that I'm hesitant to go on this trip, but American has decided that they don't want me to. Right now I have 2 plans. Because I now only have about 30 hours in Copenhagen, I can do one of 2 things. And the first is I get there, it's a calm night, I just go to sleep and then I wake up and I have my full day. Or I just go all out and I go clubbing until like 6 a.m. That would be a lot more fun. That's the degen route. I've been advised by my parents not to do it, by my friends, I have to do it. It's gonna be the vibes-based leg of the trip. Everything else is gonna be a little bit more planned out. I was given an itinerary of stuff that is planned from the soon-to-be ride. So yeah, that's where the trip's at right now. There we go. Oh, awesome, I got the bathroom seat. Didn't realize it, but right now I'm in Helsinki. I'm in Finland right now. I don't know how I ended up in Finland. This was a change that was made because of my flight delay today. Oh my God, that was yesterday. So I'd explain my travel plans with customs. Customs did not fuck with how I was describing my travel plans. Started in Phoenix, flew to SNA, drove over to LAX, Finland, Copenhagen. Wedding is going to be EFL, Athens, EFL, and I go back to Athens, London, and then we go back to Phoenix from there. And that's how I get home. That's my travel plans. Feels like it's 6 a.m. right now and I haven't slept, which I've done before. It just doesn't feel great. So I'm gonna try to get a little bit more sleep tonight. So right now it's like 9 o'clock and I'm the only, from what I've seen, I'm gonna be like pretty alone here because for the most part like nobody speaks English, or at least nobody's speaking it to me. Look at how many bikes there are. That's awesome. Like there's well over 1,000 bikes. Well over 1,000 bikes. Also, everybody's got a little bit of swag here. All I'm saying is this is cool. This is fucking sick. An old building and like really sick architecture. We just don't have that from where I'm at. This place is really cool. And then I'm just gonna run down what I'm doing tonight, just so like, we can picture it together. I'm at pretty much exactly where I started when I got back in Copenhagen, where I'm at the train station. That's where I got in earlier today. And the hostel I'm staying at is like 15 seconds that way. It's really, really quick and really like fast to get there. I just had a sandwich that direction. It was terrible. I found it on Yelp. I'm never going to trust Yelp in Europe again. I'm like a beer into the night and my room's a mess and it's my fault. We're just gonna keep on going right now. And then this is what I was talking about earlier, like graffiti that I can't read. Actually, that just says Cree. Like, maybe it's got like another meaning. I don't know. You know what, I can read that one. And I'm sure if there's a penis, I'd figure that one out too. It's just cool. Like, I really like this place. I don't know what I'm doing in the desert. The desert kind of blows. This is cool. There's like stuff here. This is the coffee portion of today's vlog. Yesterday we reviewed this plan and it was actually worked out pretty well. I've had a collective 4 hours of sleep in the last 2 days. I don't know when the withdrawals or the consequences of those actions are gonna hit me yet, but they're gonna have to hit me at some point and I don't know what it's gonna be. Anyways, I'm gonna come up with my plan for today. I actually have it already a little bit. Also, best espresso I've had potentially ever. Something that I figured out is most people here do speak English, and it's pretty cool, but it also now makes me seem like I'm like really dumb because I was definitely just in my world yesterday and everybody knew what I was saying. They just didn't want to speak to me. I'm actually gonna go to the castle because I was looking down the street from where I was sitting and I saw a little tip of something and I was like, I wonder how quick this place is to get to. And it wasn't what I was looking at, but it is only 15 minutes away. And this is gonna be the closest I get all day. I might as well just, make the journey if I'm gonna be here, be close to this thing anyways. Don't think it's open yet, but at the same time, I don't know if I actually wanna go inside this place. Also, the street I'm on is really cool. Like, hold on. It's like about 8:30, and I was just up scrolling through my phone. I'm like, what am I doing? I need to explore stuff. And wow. Anyways, I ended up just dipping out, and it's so interesting because everything in this city is like open until 8 a.m. So nothing's open at 8 a.m. And if you're kind of walking around trying to find coffee in the morning, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult than it would be literally anywhere else because your barista's at the club. I also need to do a fit check. Here's a fit check, by the way. Got bag on the back, Ralph Lauren on the shirt, Lulu on the legs, and then Adidas on the bottoms. I'm gonna show you guys like a real reaction to something that just happened. I'm on the way to the castle right now, and I'm walking over there. I'm like, there's also another big tower on the way. Like, look at it's the big round one. Like, where is it? Where could it be? Where am I? What's going on? I'm looking at like the most interesting bird I've ever seen. Like, it's super sick. It looks like a raven, but it's got like white hair. It looks like a bald eagle raven. It's like a bald raven. Yeah, I think this is definitely the coolest castle I've seen in Copenhagen so far. It's also like the only one I've seen so far, but the garden's really sick. So I'm in the free town of Christiania right now. It's just like right outside of Copenhagen. It's really crazy. There's a soccer game over there that's been really cool to watch. There's a few different like folklore singers in that direction over there. Like behind me, there is a concert going on, and it's just been really cool to like be around this stuff. I know I keep on reminiscing on the moment. I'm gonna be better at taking videos of this stuff, but it's really cool. Like this is definitely one of the more fun areas I've been in so far. The graffiti's been just awesome in this area as well. The artwork is very, very unique person to person, and a lot of these individuals have like tagged different areas, and you can identify some of their areas just because their artworks are just really unique and really cool. That's how I've been getting around the last day or so. I haven't used a Lime bike in so long. Lime bike has been disintegrated in the state that I live in, just totally destroyed. But it's been by far the easiest way for me to get around. The walk that I would have to take right now would be 35 minutes, but we're gonna cut it down to 11. Oh. Also, these bikes have a little bit of zip because they're all electric assisted. So when you get going, you get going. And then when you need to stop, it's a little bit more difficult to stop. I don't know if I'm allowed to be. Hold on. I think I'm gonna abandon this bike. Why is it saying I can bike here? It doesn't look like this is a bike path. Excuse me, am I allowed to bike on this area? Do you know if I'm... Google Maps is leading me astray. It's telling me I can, but it doesn't feel like I should.
Yeah, I think you can. Look, there's a biker.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. All right, somebody else is doing it. I have only 10 more hours in the city. I do need to get some sleep tonight, so I did have to decline an invitation to go hang out tonight, which I hate to do because the people that I met were really, really cool and really, really nice, and I hate to turn down any sort of social event, but it is one of those days. Tomorrow is going to be the first leg of Athens, where I go Copenhagen to Athens and then Athens to Copenhagen. If you also notice, I'm maybe pronouncing the island a little bit more fluently. I've just been around Danish people. I also didn't realize that Dutch and Danish are two different languages, which is actually just the American in me, just not being aware of other global, parties, I guess. That's probably the dumbest I've felt on this trip, beyond everybody speaking English and just me thinking they didn't, and not talking to anybody for a little bit. Just being around other languages, I think, has eased up my ability to say like more difficult words in other languages. because I think there's a really distinct difference between any American word and then the fluency of European languages. American is very chopped, very clean, very cut word to word to word. I feel like whenever I'm speaking in English, it sounds crude. I'm going the wrong direction now, but can't be helped. There's the guy who was cutting me off in my right lane when I needed to merge over. He's pissed, but also doesn't matter. He was in the wrong. Going to Greece tomorrow. Going to be starting that part of the trip. I am going to be meeting up with everybody at the airport. So if I make my Athens to Kalafina route, I will meet up with everyone there, which will be great. If I don't, I'm going to get a really funny story out of this, because it's going to be Andre, the groom, Alice, the bride. It is going to be a handful of bridesmaids, and I'm sure a handful of groomsmen as well. I'll just miss them all. I'll probably just see them later in the day, and I'll potentially miss my booking with the car company I rented with. Okay, we're so back. I've also realized I have many German tendencies, having met more Germans at this point today, and being told I was resembling a German individual yesterday makes more sense now. If they're being racist, they're on point at least. Oh, also, I had a crazy situation last night. When I went out, there's a white guy who came up to us. We're kind of waiting for Culture Box to start getting like more lively, to just get a little bit later into the night, because hopefully the party or the crowd turns around a little bit. And as we're waiting outside, this like white teenager comes up to us and starts speaking, and I actually don't know what language, but he looks at me and he goes, "Oh, you're American?" And I go, "Yes." And he goes, "Trump, I love Trump." And I'm like, "You're the first European that said that. That's interesting." And he goes, "Mine," instead it just says N-word, just rips it. And I look and I go, "Nah, you can't say that." He goes, but I'm black." And the girls with me, who are Scandinavian from a Nordic country, probably haven't seen that many actually black people in their lives. And they look at me and they go, "But he's darker." And I'm like, I look at him like, "You can't say it." I had to vibe check the white guy. I had to revoke another white guy's N-word pass, which is a really funny thing for me to say, considering I look like this. Oh, and then I did go to weekday, which is a big deal. Did get jeans, but now I'm dealing with the fact that my bag's a little too big, and I might not have enough room in the bag for all of my other clothes. And I don't want to get rid of my running shoes, but they are beat Hoka's, and if I did get rid of them now, it would just be time. And by the way, the hostel I'm staying at tonight is Steel House, which is much more of my vibe. I come to find out, the first place I stayed at was Next House, and maybe it's also just the time of day. I realized that this city is completely different from how I saw it this morning because everybody's active and awake. But the hostel last night was just too busy, too packed. I got maybe an hour and a half of sleep last night because I woke up to one of the roommates' phones going off, and then it went off again. And I woke up and I go, "Oh, I feel well rested. How many hours did I spend tonight sleeping?" It was an hour and a half. I went to bed at 3:30. I woke up at like 5:30. And then I just couldn't get back to sleep. So I woke up at 6 a.m. and that was pretty much it. I just didn't get sleep last night. I could have just paid somebody to hold my bags and then just done the same thing, and it would have saved me probably $50. But at least I had a good time. And as soon as I got to the hostel today, I immediately passed out right away. Fell asleep. I took a shower, put my stuff away, I fell asleep. And I set an alarm for half an hour. My alarm probably was turned off by me when I was groggy and in desperate need of sleep, because I don't even remember doing it. The homie Jacob, he's in Colorado with the whole crew, and it was his birthday specifically. So I wished him a happy birthday, think it was yesterday or the day before. He of course was like, Hayden, what are you doing? How are you doing? How's your trip? And I was just like, man, I haven't made it yet. I haven't made it yet. And I kind of gave him the whole rundown on how American Airlines has been just the worst and what had gone on with that situation. And he thought it was funny, but it is. Okay, I need to find a way to park this bike. I need to find something. Okay. Ah. Okay, can't park here. No, obviously. Okay, where can I park? Go that way. Nothing. All right, I gotta backtrack. That's cool. This is, like everything else I've done today, turning into a pain in the ass, but worth it because I'm not walking anymore. No, I'm just gonna ride the bike on the sidewalk. I'm breaking the rules. I don't care. I can't. I literally can't walk it anymore. All right, we're walking. But yeah, it's been a fun trip. And then gonna be in Athens for 4 days. The Athens trip, of course, ends with the wedding. Then I leave the day after. I can also grab a drink right now. I'm across the street from Nito. It's the grocery store I've been going to for the last few days. 22 minutes. I had 4 minutes left. That's great. I had 27,000 steps today. That is...
You've walked or run 12.4 miles today.
That's crazy. Walked over 25 miles the last 2 days. So you know what I'm looking at. This is where I've had all my meals, and I need something to just pick up tonight. Actually, I haven't really had any food today. I'm thinking about it. I had spicy McChicken. I went to McDonald's. It was kind of gross. Oh, I had pancakes. I had the worst pancakes of my life today. The pancakes were savory. Like, in America, when you have savory pancakes, it's just like a egg and bacon on top, and then maybe you have some syrup, and it's just, it's a breakfast meal. This one was egg and bacon on top, and they threw sesame seeds on it. They somehow made it not sweet, and it was the texture of a pancake, but it also just didn't taste like a pancake.